Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5 Episode 18. So we have regressed. We have gone back in episodes. I know we all thought we was done with the Walter and Kenya drama, but no. We are back. Firmly planted in the stupidity. I'm telling you guys, I ain't never been so over a storyline in my entire life. Oh my god, they have dragged this out. Only thing that would make me madder is if they brought up that damn donkey booty saga all over again. I'm telling you guys, I ain't never been so over something. But let's get to it, shall we? I don't really have too much to say about Porsha and Kordell because I already said everything I really needed to say about them last week. And I've said it in the past videos. Okay, Kordell has a beautiful Barbie, which is his wife. He wanted to marry somebody who was younger, not necessarily young, but somebody who he knew was going to be the beautiful stay-at-home wife, you know, take care of his family and him. The way those two work is he provides and she listens, okay? And that's how he wants it to be. You know, when he was talking to her yesterday, it was almost painful to watch. Like, I was looking at it, and he just kind of talks to her not necessarily as if we're on the team. I think that we kind of talk to each other as if I'm the coach and you're the player. I don't know if there is a mutual understanding between the two of them that they are working together as a team. Okay, I think that Kordell, he even said it. You know, he said that he is in control, but he's not controlling. Okay, if you're in control, then you are controlling. You know, it's semantics. Okay, and we can put whatever spin that we want to do on things, but when somebody says they're in control, then yes, they're controlling the situation. It doesn't have to be negative for you to be controlling if you have something that you know that you want it to go a certain way, if the other person is willing to be submissive and go that way. So it's no problem with Porsha and Kordell as far as a traditional marriage and things like that. The problem is, and I don't want to keep talking about it, but is when one person wants to do something and the other person don't want you to do it, and they're going to control you and make you do something else. Okay, and what I'm talking about is the fact that she wants to have a career. You guys know that they're on this show. These girls get on these shows and they use these shows as a platform to build a business or something else, and she would be stupid not to do the same thing. I think she sees that she can use this platform to further her business ventures, and I think maybe Kordell might see that too and see some of his control slipping away, because I'm telling you, once a woman gets some financial independence or interdependence, what some of you guys want to call it, hey, it's a little bit of a different story. Okay, you don't have as much control, because once a woman realizes that they can do it on their own, not necessarily that they are going to do it on their own, but just knowing that the option is there, it changes the whole dynamics. Okay, so that's what I think is at play right here. He doesn't want her to have a baby and have a career. He wants her to make a choice. Okay, she feels like if she had a nanny, if she had some help, you know, then she would, you know, could do it. And he's just like, no, absolutely not. We're not having a nanny. He doesn't even look like the type that'll help. Okay, I just look at him and I think that he's going to be the type that's like, I work. Okay, I go to work every day, so I'm going to bed, I'm tired. Okay, and I get up in the morning, I expect my food to be made, I expect this baby to be clean and happy, I expect you to look good, all of that. Okay, you guys, and it's not impossible. It happens. Women do it all the time. But I'm just saying that he doesn't really seem like he's on this same team that Porsha seems to think that they're on. She wants to be having this career. He wants her to stay at home. But if one person wants to get out and have a career and the other person's trying to control the situation and make you stay at home, eventually it's gonna come to a head. These two are gonna bump heads eventually. And I'm not trying to wish any harm on their relationship. Hopefully Kordell will realize in the future that his wife, you know, she matters, and the things that she wants is just as important as what he wants, and that he, you know, that they'll come to some sort of compromise. But whatever, I'm through. I'm through with this thing here. Whatever. One of the things that got on my nerves in this show were the men. Okay, now I understand, I get it, that they all dig Walter, okay, that they was all in Anguilla and they had some sort of bonding moment, and they all like Walter. You guys know that men are different than women in that way, okay? Men don't really care about all that. You know, they just want to sit around, have a couple of beers, talk about sports, you know, a couple of jokes, and that's it. You know, don't be no whole bunch of extra in-depth like women can be. So I get it. But, you know, Peter is hosting this event in Atlanta for Men's Health. I didn't even know that Peter was into men's health like that, but whatever. He and Cynthia are talking about the fact that he invited Walter to the event. Cynthia's just like, she was tripping when we were in Las Vegas, and she, you couldn't even barely say Walt. Shit, you might have been saying Walmart or something. Kenya was ready to beat some ass about it. He was just like, that's childish. She needs to get over it. And that seems to be the general consensus on the show, you guys, that Kenya needs to get over it. And I agree with everybody on the show. Kenya needs to get over it. I know that shit can be tough. It is hard to get over somebody that made you look like a grade A thirsty ass fool on national television. You want to save some face and everything, and every time you want to see him, you want to cuss their motherfucking ass out. I get all that, but at some point you just really have got to move on, okay? You guys was not really engaged or nothing. You act like you had done bought, well, she had done bought the damn wedding dress and everything in her mind, but Walter was nowhere near there, and I think deep down she knew that he wasn't either. I mean, she was really trying to force that issue, so just move on, Kenya. So I really thought that she was fighting fire with fire when she showed up at the little event. She was dressed beautifully. What is beautifully? She was dressed beautifully. And she had on a white dress. It was kind of cutting her low right here. I was like, now I'm about to see that dark areola right there. Is that what it's called? Areola. She looked really nice. She showed up with a really good looking guy. Was it Jamal or Jovan or some name like that? He did look young. Okay. He looked like she was going to be tutoring him in history and science. But hey, I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You show up to this party. You want to make sure you look good with a man on your arm, especially if Walter may or may not show up. Okay. Well, Walter does show up. He doesn't have a date. So I'm thinking like, yeah, girl, you got the one up on this. You look good. You ignore the hell out of your ex, okay? Or at least you give him the side eye every few minutes, every time when he ain't looking. You looking over there at him like this. Clearly, to me, you guys, she had the upper hand. But you know what? She let everybody get her off her game, and everybody was talking about Walter, and she's talking about Walter, and how he's over there, and he's not sitting at her table, and this and that and the other. And I was just like, why are you even fucking worried about Walter? Girl, you there with another man. Okay, at least act like y'all. I mean, let me tell you what. If Roxanne had been in that same situation, I'm about to be all over that man, honey. We gonna act like we was really, really a couple, okay? Even if I had to pay for that shit, which she probably did. But I'm telling you guys, I've never seen such a childish bunch of grown-ass men, okay? What the fuck was wrong with Peter? Why was he so interested in wanting to know if Walter hit that in Anguilla? I was just like, really, Peter? Now, I ain't forgot about Kenya and Peter with the dick grind with her ass. I ain't forgot about that, but you guys know that they went in a different direction on the show. But y'all know that Peter enjoyed when she was dancing up on him in Anguilla, so yeah, I was just like, Peter, why are you so fucking concerned? I mean, really, do you really need to know if he hit it or not? And you could kind of tell he was getting on Walter's nerves. Walter was really trying to not say nothing, but I was just like, shut the fuck up, Peter. That Peter is sure enough annoying sometimes, isn't he? I thought that we had got rid of that annoying Peter, but I realized that he just ain't really had much airtime, that's all. Anyways, you guys, at the whole thing, it's all these annoyed glances back and forth across the room, but really nothing comes of it. What was funny at the party is how Kenya had just seemed like she just made up her mind right then that she was going to be having this damn costume party. But it's a costume party where she tell you what to wear. She tells Kandis she wants her to be Tina Turner. You guys, one day I'm going to do my Tina Turner. I'm going to do my Tina Turner impression for you, but not today. She tells that damn Porsha she wanted to be Halle Berry character from Babs. And I'm telling you, I almost laughed because if that was some old disrespectful shit, you guys remember Halle Berry. I know Halle Berry has to hate that she did that movie. That's got to be the one movie that just kind of like, that she regrets. What was the girl's name in the movie? I can't even remember, but she was some ghetto. And I was like, actually, I could picture Porsha pulling that one off. And then she has an interesting conversation with Phaedra, where them two bury the hatchet about the whole donkey booty, stallion booty video, which is normal for Phaedra. Phaedra never holds a grudge. Phaedra always turns the other cheek. You know what? Phaedra's about her business, and Phaedra's about her money. She ain't really got time to be trying to make no enemies on this show. She needs to make sure that she stays pretty neutral, okay? That's a good thing about Phaedra that I do like, that out of all the beefs that she's had on the show, none of them has stuck. Because she's always willing to just be like, forget it, it's over, let's just bury the hatchet. But I know that Phaedra's gonna keep her eye on Kenya, and she should. Now, this whole thing about them trying to make Walter look like he's gay, I don't really buy it, you guys. Walter has quite a reputation here in Atlanta. I've heard about his reputation right when the show first started, and never has gay ever entered into the discussion. Okay, we've had conversations about him fucking a whole bunch of women and taking a lot of women out to dinner and spending a lot of money on them, and, you know, these women all being much younger than him, but never have I heard the gay rumor. So I don't really believe that he is gay. The fact that Cynthia and Kenya go out and, you know, have this discussion about, you know, when they were in Anguilla, and that Walter did not sleep with Kenya, that is kind of strange to me, because most men, okay, most men will take advantage of the situation even if they don't like your ass, okay, because Kenya is not bad looking, okay, and she does have a nice body, even though people want to keep saying that she doesn't, and most men will smash. If they gotta act like, you know, nothing happened and still don't like your motherfucking ass the next morning, then so be it. But you know what, they gonna do it to you that night and make you feel like you really part of something special, and then that next day they will ignore your ass. So I don't know what to think of that. Maybe Walter is just a stand-up guy who's just not going to sleep with anybody just because the opportunity presents itself. But it is interesting to me that he didn't go there. She must have really pissed his ass off. But yeah, gay, I don't get that. Do you guys? Cynthia's there to just stir all this stuff up, okay? I don't think Cynthia believes it either, okay? Cynthia's been in Atlanta long enough to know the ins and outs and the rumors of different people, you know, the socialites of Atlanta, like she likes to call them. So, yeah, I think Cynthia's just taking a page out of Nene's book, you know, keep a whole bunch of shit going and then kind of laugh along the way, okay? She keep this shit up, she will be back for next season for sure. Candy's housewarming, you guys. Candy is having a big event at the house, and you know, her house is finally in order and ready to be presented to the world. Her house is really, really nice. I know a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter yesterday and saying that it was in bad taste or whatever. Listen, the house is paid for. She paid cash for her house. She decorated the way she wanted to decorate it. It looks way better than my damn house, and I bet you I'd take it in a heartbeat. Okay, so yeah, I ain't really got nothing bad to say about her house. By all accounts, her house is very, very grand. I mean, that house to me looked very nice. The landscaping is beautiful. The bricks, I mean, there are some beautiful homes out here in Atlanta, and you can get a lot of them at a steal. So yeah, good for Candy. I'm happy for Candy, and I'm proud, because you guys know from the house that she had before, not that it was like not a nice house, but it was a very basic house, but obviously something that she could afford, that she felt comfortable in. And you know, now that she's, you know, what do they say? She was multi-million-dollar companies on this damn bootleg budget. It's time to step it up, and you deserve it, okay? So, good for Candy, good for Todd, good for Riley, good for everybody. Anyway, you guys, the party is in full swing, okay? Everybody is there, and Walter showed up. I guess Walter was like, damn if I'm gonna be up in this bitch without a woman this time, okay? So he go on and he pick up Shalandra Nika at the damn Magic City and when her shift is over, and bring her on down to the damn party. I was looking at her, I was like, where'd he get her young ass? Now, granted, she's not on the show regularly, so she don't have hair and makeup and all of that everybody else does. I mean, she wasn't an ugly girl, but she was young, okay? And it's just, I just hate seeing when older men be with these young girls. I mean, you could look at her and tell she was young because she was uncomfortable. She didn't even feel comfortable in the setting. She was looking around. She wasn't really being social. You know, she was just kind of sitting there, legs crossed, kind of leaning out the chair. Like, I've seen that kind of thing happen. And a lot of times it's when it's a person that's not as mature as the surrounding group, okay, and they don't feel as comfortable. So that fucking Walter, I just need him to stop getting these young ass girls and giving them worms, okay? Walter is officially the oldest nigga in the damn club. And I'm gonna tell you what a Walter is like. He's the one that knows all the fucking words to the Drake song. He is the one who can't really dance, but he insists on being out on that damn dance floor, you know, kind of doing some old offbeat two-step and everything. And the women, we all tolerate him. Why? Because he's treating. He's buying the drinks, you guys, and that's what I get from Walter, okay? Walter is probably easy in the pocket, take care of you, you know, like to have a good time. So yeah, I don't really have much patience for old men that be with these young ass girls. It's just like, oh, whatever. When Kenya gets there, she doesn't know that Walter is there, okay? She's walking around, she's having a good time, everybody's talking, but it's a whole bunch of... Everybody's gossiping about the fact that Walter's there, and they're kind of just sitting back, waiting for the fireworks to start, because they know. They don't really say too much to Kenya, but they are definitely pushing Walter's buttons, you know. It's just like, oh, you got a woman this time, and oh, you know, this and that, talking about the gay thing, and how, you know, he gets upset about that. It's just like, everybody is so fucking messy on the show. So he's just kind of sitting over to the side or whatever. Kandi feels like it's her responsibility to let Kenya know that Walter's there. Now, who invited Walter? I know that Walter ain't gonna be that uncouth to show up to a damn event that he wasn't invited to, so we just gonna say that Todd did. But yeah, that's interesting that nobody really knew why he was there. And of course, when she tells Kenya blows up, you know, she's obsessed, says that he's obsessed with her and everything, and I was just like, girl, you done made it to 44 fucking years old, and you still think the world revolves around you? This is how it works. You bring your ass to an event, he is probably gonna be there. Like Cynthia said, Atlanta is very small. I mean, I see a lot of the same people when I would go out when I was going out a lot, I would see the same people every week. I was just like, damn, we all at the same place. It's normal that she would bump into him here, but even still, it's like, I mean, you really think that they're not supposed to invite Walter to nothing because he wouldn't fuck you in Anguilla? Life don't work that way, okay? It's called get the fuck over it. It's called move the fuck on. He doesn't seem like the type to rub her face in it or anything, but yeah, he's okay with making her uncomfortable, but she's the exact same way. I mean, didn't you show up at an event with another guy just some time right before this? So, like, you know, what do you want to happen here? Like, nobody is gonna keep on thinking about Kenya and be like, oh no, we can't invite him. So she said it wasn't cool, Kandi, and she stormed out, okay? And I was just like, Lord, here we go with Kenya again. That girl knows she can make an exit. Alright, you guys, so that is it. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm itsrox. My channel is for itsrox. And everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. Alright. I am going to get to those Roxicology, the video this week. Also, you guys, now you guys send me these Roxicology letters. For real. I need a paragraph. Okay, I can't be up here with these whole long 5-page letters you guys write me. And I understand that I need to have some background and know really what's going on in the situation and everything. But the damn letters are so friggin' long, and that's gonna make me not do your letter, okay? Because I don't really have time to be trying to condense it. I need you to figure out what you think is the most important parts of the letter, and then I need you guys to condense it, or else it's not going to be in the thing. I did get some good letters, and I will definitely do it this week. I'm sorry I didn't get to it last week, but yeah, okay? Small, please. 1 paragraph, 2 at the most, okay? No, not all this, you know, going back way back, okay? You guys make sure, did I already say, make sure, yeah, I did say all that. Okay, all right. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.